Welcome to Champion Minded, the podcast for those who aim for excellence, not only in the sports arena, but in life. My name is Allistair, author, speaker, mindset and performance coach, and my goal is to help you unleash your unlimited potential and provide you with the tools to achieve greatness. Are you ready to become champion minded? Then let's do this. Hey everyone, welcome to the Champion Minded podcast, or welcome back to it. I'm Allistair McCaw. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways in which you can win the practice. And if you've read the book Champion Minded, there is a chapter in there called Win the Day. And what does that mean? Winning the day means we all have a goal, we all have a greater vision, something we want to achieve in the future. However, to achieve that goal, to achieve that victory, we need to take care of today. So to win the day, you need to win today. And as we know, it's all the practices that you put together will eventually determine how well you're prepared, how well you've worked on your game, how well you've worked on your mindset, your physical side, your technical, your tactical, strategy, all these things, they all add up together. But here are 5 ways in which you can win your practice. Number 1, and I hope you have pen and paper, write these down. Number 1 in 5 ways in which you can win your practice is come prepared. Now, something I always used to do when I was an athlete was I'd always make sure that the night before I would pack out or I would take out my clothing, I would take out all the things I'd need, put them on the bed, and then pack them into my bag. And I'd even have a checklist because I was really meticulous in preparing, in planning. I didn't want to forget anything. I took accountability, I took responsibility for that. So what I'd do is the night before practice, I'd put out my things on the bed, I'd make sure I had everything, put them into the bed. Now, coming prepared means that you have the right equipment. If it's tennis, if it's hockey, whatever it is, obviously you check your rackets, your sticks, golf clubs, whatever it may be, that everything is in working order. Drinks and snacks, prepare your drinks, have snacks for practice. As we know, it's not just about your physical energy, it's about your mental energy as well. You know, when you get hungry, you obviously get frustrated and you lose concentration. So having snacks is very important while you practice. What about medical things? Maybe bandages or tape, scissors, band-aids, these things that you might need. Don't always rely on somebody else having them. Have the right clothes. Who knows what the weather can bring tomorrow? Or if you play an indoor sport, for example, have a change of clothing for sweating, etc. So, I'd always make sure I would have 2 pairs of shorts, I'd have underwear, I'd have extra t-shirts, socks, I'd even carry an extra pair of shoes as well to make sure that, if something happened there, I'd be covered. And then what I'd have is I'd have a book as well, because, if I had to wait for practice or something like that, I would want to read as well. I know these days a lot of you have your iPhones and you have music, etc. That's great. So come prepared. That is the first one in 5 ways in which you can win your practice. If there's one commonality I've seen in the best athletes and players is that they come prepared. Number 2 is arrive early, plan ahead. Something that great team players have and great athletes have is they have good time management. Now, also a chapter in the book Champion Minded talks about the Vince Lombardi time, is that when you're on time, you're late. So come at least 10 to 15 minutes earlier than when the practice starts. What are the benefits of that? Is that you're not rushed. You're in the right frame of mind. You're able to get your equipment ready, warm up properly. Maybe there's some extra stretches you need to do or need to foam roll, whatever it may be. But plan well ahead. Make that a habit in everything you do. Before class or before going to the airport, is give yourself extra time. It is a great quality. Also, I don't know, maybe you're in high school, maybe you're a student in college, maybe you're outside of that, but even job interviews, make sure you arrive at least 30 minutes early to those, okay? It's a sign of respect time management is a massive one. So arrive early to practice. Number 3 is have a mindset or behavior goal. Now, when you go to practice, your coach will probably have the session planned out, what you're going to be doing there. It could be working on some drills, skills, whatever it may be. But have a mindset goal for yourself. So for example, it could be, today I'm going to bring a great energy, or today I'm going to be the best teammate. Or maybe you play in an individual sport where you're going to say, you know what, or a team sport for that matter, is I'm going to bring a great body language. What about self-talk as well? That could be a goal for you today at today's practice or at this week's practice is, I'm going to focus on my self-talk, or I'm going to focus on my reaction after a mistake or a miss. Just zoom in on one mindset goal per practice, okay? Number 4 is, and this is what all the best athletes do, I've seen it with my own eyes, is they ask for feedback. They just don't wait for their coach or their team to give them feedback. They ask for feedback. Great athletes ask their coaches, what can I do better? What did you see in today's practice that I should work on? What are some extra exercises or drills or skills I could do to work on that? But great athletes ask for feedback. It also shows your coach how invested you are in improving yourself. So that's a great one. Number 4 is ask for feedback. Just don't wait for it or expect it. And number 5 is analyze and reflect on your practice session. And that is why journaling is such a good thing. And something I do after each practice, I take my little book, it was a little black book, out of my bag, and I'd write down the things I felt I did well at practice, the things I felt I could have done better at practice. I will also give myself a score out of 5. So for example, if I was working on my self-talk in that practice session, or my body language, for example, I would give myself a score out of 5 of how I felt how I did in that area. And also sometimes what I do is I'd ask the coach, how did you feel? What did you see my energy today? Or how did you? What would you give me out of 5 for my body language today, for example, to see if it matched up with what my score was. So, guys, we know that the best invest in themselves. They are meticulous on the details. And 5 ways to win your practice, I'll go through those again, is number 1, come prepared. Number 2, arrive early. Number 3, have a mindset or behavior goal for every practice. Number 4, ask for feedback. And number 5, analyze, reflect on your practice. Have a journal, have a book handy. And you know what? I'm going to throw in a bonus one there. And we know this for sure, is that the best athletes out there don't just do enough, they do more. They put in the extra work. They stay after practice to practice on certain skills they want to improve. And we all know that even an extra 15 minutes a day of practice, of putting whatever it may be, practicing your free kicks, maybe you're a tennis player working on your serve, maybe you're a volleyball player, whatever it could be, is an extra 15 minutes per day after practice working on something, adds up to 90 hours in a year. I call it the 15-90 theory. And can that make a difference? You bet it can. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, a big thanks to all of you who have left a rating or review on YouTube or on iTunes. Connect with me on social media. I'm on Twitter at Allistair McCall. I'm on Facebook, Allistair McCall page. And on Instagram, Be Champion Minded. All books available on Amazon. So until next time, remember you were made for greatness. Now go do the work. Stay champion minded.